My name is Lama. I'm 17 years old. I'm a student in Darul School. I'm interested in voluntary work. I usually go camping with the centers where I volunteer. I participated in the summer camp in Bethlehem in 2008 when I made a project at school. The school sent me to the Identity and Affiliation camp. In this camp, I remember when I met Hind. She was just like a naughty girl. We were making some dams and always being punished. Maria was Hind's friend. She was like foreigner and she became my friend too. And Dalia, the quiet girl, had a scholarship and went to USA. I remember that my friend and I were standing on the balcony when some guys passed by and we slopped some water on their heads. After that, they became really angry and they started shouting while we weren't looking at them, as if we didn't do anything, and we were laughing so loudly. I usually see them once a month or less. First of all, they can't come to visit me in Jerusalem because they are from the West Bank. And when I want to go to visit them, I always thinking about the checkpoints I'm going to face on my way and how much time I'm going to spend on these checkpoints. Once, I was going to visit Hind and Maria in Ramallah, and I had real fun with them. And because my dad works in Ramallah, I went back home with him. On our way, we stopped at a checkpoint, and the soldiers said that I can't pass through the checkpoint with Dad, and I must pass through the path specialized for pedestrians. I thought the whole thing wouldn't take much time, so I left my mobile phone and my bag in the car, thinking that I would meet Dad after the checkpoint. I went to the path and it was so crowded, and the door for the path was closed. Then one of the soldiers said that we'd spent the whole night standing there in a humanity way. So I thought about going back to Dad and to go from a way through mountains, although it would take more time. And when I tried to go to car's path, one of the soldiers shouted at me and told me to go back where I was. I was alone and it was dark and I didn't have my mobile, so I couldn't call Dad at that moment. I hoped a miracle from God would make all checkpoints disappear and people wouldn't face troubles going from place to another. I kept walking from the pedestrian's path to the car's path, and when I would be close to the place where the soldiers are, they would shout at me and tell me to go back. It was just like 10 p.m. and I was a girl alone in a checkpoint full of stupid soldiers, and I didn't know what to do. Then I started crying, and I was so disappointed at that moment. Dad came back, and because the checkpoint was closed, Dad spent so much time trying to pass, such like an hour, and at last he was able to pass, and I was waiting for him alone in the street, trying to hold myself. And then we went back home after we took the far way and through the mountains, so we returned home at 1 a.m. and I was tired and stressed. The next day I became sick, and I didn't go to school, and it was the worst ending for the most interesting day.